Hello, everyone. This is Stephanie with Touching Worlds. And today is when we do a free class called Touching Worlds Together. And I'd like to start off with a wisdom card. I like these wisdom cards. And today, the card says, I help create a world where it's safe to love each other. So show it to both screens. I got my Zoom class. And then on the back of the card, it says, every time I meditate or do a visualization for healing, I'm connecting with like-minded people all over the planet. So if you listen, I posted on Facebook how that's why I call it Touching Worlds, is because I feel like we're all connected. When we calm our minds, we calm our bodies, and we connect. So I thought this is a beautiful card. I just randomly picked it and it fits perfectly. So it's very beautiful. So every time I meditate, or let's change the words, every time I do Qigong for healing, I am connecting with like-minded people all over the world. And definitely with all our technology and virtual, we definitely are. So thought that was really beautiful. Let's do a sound to kind of calm ourselves as we gather here. So thank you so much for coming. I know I was hoping to do this outside today, but the lawnmowers start coming. I live in a townhome, so I can't pick when they cut the lawn. And when they cut the lawn, then they trim the lawn and then they blow it. So it's a several-hour ordeal. So sorry we can't be outside today, but we do have my lovely Tai Chi room. All right, so I thought we'd do some things different today. And I thought we'd do, it's been a long time since I've done it with my free class, 8-piece brocade. There's many versions of it. This is the one that we'll be doing today. Is from Mimi. I'll put a link on the YouTube, the content, when I upload it, so you can see that there. But before we begin, I always like to kind of do a little quick meditation, checking in with our bodies. So getting nice and relaxed. If you're sitting, make sure you're upright. So hip, shoulders in alignment. So pelvis is slightly tucked in. Knees are slightly bent. So that's standing, slightly bent. And let me just change the tilt so that you can see my legs a little bit better on the Zoom recording. All right, so we want to get nice and relaxed, but yet we want to feel like a string is pulling us up toward the ceiling. And we want to gently tuck in the chin, because I know I like to look up a lot of times. So tuck in the chin so your neck is neutral. And just take a nice cleansing breath. And let's just become aware of our bodies. Let's check in and see how our bodies are feeling this morning. Starting with the top of the head, going down the neck, the shoulders, the elbows, and the fingers. We want to relax and soften. And then go down the spine, to the hips, to the thighs, the knees, the ankles, and the feet. Relaxing and letting go. Letting energy that you don't want anymore in your body, maybe it's pain. Imagine that it's getting sucked into the earth like a beautiful vacuum, and it's being recycled and transformed. And now we pull in some beautiful fresh energy from the earth, beautiful, vibrant, through our feet, our ankles, our knees, our thighs, the hips, the spine, the hands, all the way up to the neck, to the top of our head. And we want to just notice our breathing. As we sense the body, notice the breath, notice this moment, notice the temperature in the room. Breathing in through the nose, out through the nose, filling up an imaginary balloon in your belly. And as we sit here and we're just aware of our breath, you may think about our intention as we do movement together. And as we do healing, reflecting to that card that we drew today. And let's do it one more time, breathing in through our nose, out through our nose. And let's begin. So today we're gonna do the Piece Brocade and some other moves according to time. So we're gonna put our hands here in the center. And let's begin. So 2 hands support the heavens. Hands rise up, forehead height, gently push up and down. And then the hands slowly come down. So this looks the same sitting or standing. If you're in a chair, hands rise up. And about forehead height, gently push up, gently push. And the hands slowly come down. So it's like 2 hands, right? You're going to support the heavens or the sky, holding up a cloud perhaps, and then letting it open. And let me go a little bit further back because the Zoom recording doesn't get my hands. So hands slowly coming up, gently push up, and slowly coming down. Let's do that one last time. We'll do a set of 5. Gently pushing up, stretch, and hands slowly coming down. And then we have a hand circle around, signify the ending. And on my recording device, I got to tilt the camera a tiny bit, so sorry about that. All right, so we did the first move, which was 2 hands support the heavens. Now the next one is raising the hands to support the stomach and the spleen. So one hand is going to gently go up, one hand gently go down. And then you make like an airplane move, like, woo, we're flying, but we don't actually do that. But that's how I remember this move. And one hand going up and one hand going down. Kind of like in that airplane move. And then if you can bend your knees a little bit, if you're in the chair, you can lift your heels as it feels good. And gently press. Good, and it's really nice and slow. And this is called, it's supposed to help with the stomach and spleen meridian. That's why it's called raising the hands to condition the stomach and the spleen. And I understand the stomach and the spleen can be helping with emotions. So like if you feel that you're excessively needy or worried, this can help balance that out. Bend the knees a little bit if you can, and gently stretch up. And go to the other side. And we'll do it one more time on each side. I think it's been 5. You can do it 7 times, 9 times, 3 times if you're in a hurry. And then both hands slowly come down. You know, the one hand that was up. And then the hands circle around to pause, to take in that beautiful movement that we just did. All right, the next move is called drawing the bow and letting the arrow fly. So to begin with this, you go a little bit broad, wider stance if you're able. So if you're in a chair, you just open up your legs a little bit more. And we're gonna bring the hands together. And then we're gonna gently open up, pretend like we got a bow and arrow. And then we let go of the arrow as we take aim, right? I'm looking in that corner of the hand. And then I bring the hands back, bend the knees if you're able to stand. Then back up, taking aim, letting go, and then coming back. So inhale as you open up, let go, open up, and the other side, good. So being mindful of our focus, letting go, This is supposed to help the liver meridian, because we have to focus with our eyes. And letting go, bending down, feeling clarity and vision and focus to do this movement. And I think we should do it one more time. I think we've done it 4, so let's do one more. And coming back to center. And bring both hands down. And then we circle the hands around to signify that movement, the closing. So you can bring your legs back together again. So the next move that we're going to do is called Wise Owl Turns Its Head to eliminate fatigue. So this one looks the same sitting or standing. We will go on the balls of our toes or feet. So no toes, balls, the balls of it. So that means, you have more footing. If you're in a chair, you lift the heels. So basically we turn our hands, palms facing behind us. And then we turn our head to one side and the palms open up. Then we come back to turn that neutral starting position. And now we do it to the other side. Gently turn and come back. Okay, so let's do that with the feet if you're able to. So going on the balls of your feet, opening up, turning your head. And then coming back. And going to the other side. And gently coming back. Good. Opening up the chest. So gently turn the neck. And the other side. And let's think about our breath. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale and exhale. It's so beautiful to do movement with your breath. Let's do that again. This is really good for balance as well if you're on your feet. Let's do it one more time. Remember, the knees are slightly bent. That's straight, slightly bent. Coming back to neutral. And coming back. All right, good. Hands circle around, hands slowly coming down. All right, so the next one, we want to bend the tail to calm the heart fire. So you can I can show it to you what it looks like in a chair and standing, so you can choose what you like. But if you're in a chair, have your feet wider and you bend with your chin up, bending forward, then we go across, and then we come back up. Then going back down, going across, and back up. It feels really good in a chair. If you're able to stand, we're gonna have that same, we rest our hands on our thighs, that's a little bit harder. And we do the same thing, chin up so we don't lose our balance, that helps with that. And it opens up the heart fire, which is our heart, right? So going forward, going across, and then going back up. Going back down where you just came. And up. Going down. And up. Feels really good if you're able to do that. So let's do that with our breath. Doesn't matter how you breathe, but just notice your breath. Let's do that again, bending down, feeling solid, feeling strong, feeling connected with everyone who's doing this movement, even if you're doing it later. I think this was number 5. So, and then going back down. But it is a really nice move. So let's do it one more time. Okay. Good. Bring the legs back together. And then let's do that centering move. Hands slowly calm down. All right. Good job. That one feels really good. All right. So the next one is wonderful too. It's called 2 hands climb the legs to strengthen the kidneys. All right. So let's flip the hands around. Hands circle around. And then we go back for the kidneys. And if you want to, it's nice to rub. A lot of people do that. And then we gently trace along the outside of our pant legs, going down, circling around the toes, and hands coming up the pant legs. And when it gets to the belly, hands just rise up. Good. Hands come down. Reaching for the kidneys again. Gently rubbing. And then tracing down the outside of the pant leg. And if you can't touch your toes, just imagine that you are. And this looks pretty much the same, sitting or standing. Hands gently rise up. Imagine you're bringing down beautiful sunlight. Bringing it to the kidneys. Gently rubbing. And then gently tracing 2 legs to strengthen the kidneys. Slowly coming up. Hands rise up. And pulling down more beautiful energy. Supporting the kidneys. And then going down the legs. And it's just a slight tracing of the legs. If you don't want to touch, you don't have to. And the hands rise up. Let's do this again. I think this is number 4, so we'll do it one more time after this. It's feeling lots of strength, feeling really good as we rub the kidneys. And then we trace along the outside of the legs, just gently touching. It shouldn't hurt. And if anything does hurt, just please don't do it, just modify it. And let's do it one last time. Going down the legs. Going up the legs to strengthen the kidneys. We'll let the hands rise up again. Let the hands come down. And then we'll do that little circle to signifying the ending. And let's take a moment to pause and just notice how we're feeling right now as we do this 8-piece brocade. There's many versions of it. This is the one that I really like. Feeling that serenity, that calmness within our body. And as we do that, we're going to do another move called punching with an angry gaze to increase strength. So we're going to have our hands on the side. We actually bend for this. If you have a hard time bending, you can just sit in the chair as well. It's very similar. But I want you to get in touch with your anger. If you have anger, just think of something that maybe made you mad. It's a good time to let it out, okay? So we want to just gently bend the knees, extend the one arm, and then we come back in. Then we do that again. See if you can make an angry face, and then let go. So you get in touch with your anger so you can release it. So as you get in touch with it, you feel angry and use your arm back, you let go. To create that balance that we need. And if you want to think about your breath, inhale. It's one suggestion. You can do the opposite and then exhale. And I think we'll do it one more time each side. And the other. We bring both hands back down. Have the hands circle around. And hands slowly coming down. And just noticing how you feel. All right, so the next one is shake the back to eliminate 100 illnesses. So this is a really nice one, and this is the last one that we have in this 8-piece brocade. And this one, you have a good wide stance. If you're in a chair, you just lean forward, you kind of look like a raggedy doll. So we want to go far down, bending over. Again, maybe having one foot a little bit in front of the other, especially if you're in a chair. Feeling a nice, beautiful stretch. Slowly rise up like a doll. Open up the chest to the sky. Come back to neutral and shake. It's a little bit neutral stance, not quite so wider. All right, let's do that again. Knees slightly bent if you're standing, so that you don't hurt your back as you come up. Open up the chest, come back to neutral, and shake. So we're shaking up all those illnesses. And we're coming down again. Feeling a nice relaxation stretch. Slowly come up. Open up the chest. Come back to neutral. And shake. Good. Doesn't this feel really good? Make sure your knees are bent. And shake. Good. I think that was 4. Let's do it one more time instead of 5. Slowly coming down. Let's take our time with this one since this is the last one. Feeling a nice stretch. Slowly rising up. Opening up the chest. Coming back to neutral. And shake. And let's bring the hands together. Hands circle around. And hands slowly coming down. Holding our hands in this position as we complete the 8-piece set, 8 movements. Feeling calm, feeling secure, feeling grateful, feeling that intention that we had for our practice today. Maybe it was for wellness, balance. All right, good. I like to keep our hands right here and just transition into a move that we did last time, reconnecting earth and sky. It was a move that I saw with Daisy Lee. She learned it from a master Gong. It has several names, and I have it listed on the, I'll put it on the YouTube if you're interested. And he was out of Beijing. So it's a really beautiful move. So I want to do that again. I've heard a lot of positive feedback from others. So let's transition into that as our hands are a little bit above our belly. And our palms are going to face each other now. And we're just going to shift the weight to one side. Hands go to the side. And gently shift the weight to the other side. And now we go back again. So that's considered one. We do it 3 times. Feeling like you have something between your hands. And then we do it the 3rd time. When we go back, we done it the 3 times. The hand that didn't, the other opposite hand will stay upward. The other hand will rise up to the side that we went. And it's going to open up. And then we're going to paint an infinity symbol in the sky. So you can look at your hand, but try to keep your neck neutral if you have any neck issues. It can be in the peripheral vision. And now we've done it 3 times. The hand slowly comes back. And we're back to holding that imaginary ball. And now I go to the other side. It doesn't matter which side. Feeling a gentleness, like you have something in your hands, like you're in thick air perhaps, or water. Nice and fluid. I think that was 3 times, but let's do it one more time. I like to cue you. I love that feeling of being in water. All right, so the hand that didn't go first, the other hand that goes first goes up, flips the wrist, and we paint the infinity symbol in the sky. Maybe feeling a little bit of a hip rotation as we turn the hands and the body. And now the hand goes back because we've done it 3 times. And then we come back to the center. So that's considered 1. We do it 3 times. Going to the side, if I'm mirroring you, that would be your right side. For me, it's my left, but it doesn't matter. And imagine you're holding a little ball and you're pushing it through water. And let's do it one more time. It's a wonderful sensation to be in water. It's summertime. So letting that hand rise up to the side we went, palm is up to the other one. Open up the wrist and gently painting a circle 8, or 8, or the infinity symbol. And then bring that hand back as we did it 3 times. And holding that imaginary ball. So we go to the other side now. Feeling like we're in water. Maybe you want to imagine you're holding the earth in our hands, precious, loving, vibrant earth. And I think that was 2, but it could have been 3. So let's do it one more time. All right, the hand that went out rises up. The other one faces upward. And we're going to paint that 8, letter 8, infinity. Just kind of looking in your peripheral vision, keeping the neck neutral. But don't try to turn your head too much if it hurts. All right, and then last time as we go out, hand comes down. And then we're back holding that amazing, vibrant ball. So let's do it one more time, and I'll try to be quiet. That way you can really kind of sense and feel it differently. Infinity, I guess they forgot. I'm recording, I'm live right now, saying I'm using it, you can't use it. That's my son coming in, you can't use my phone right now. And the hand comes down.
I need it for E-Trade.
Okay, not now.
Really?
Yeah, I'm doing Facebook Live with it. Sorry about that. Going to the other side. I said I would be quiet, so I'm sorry about that, but I guess my son forgot. And bring the hands together. Facing the hands inward now if you like. You feel that vibrant, beautiful energy. Feeling grounded, feeling secure, feeling that intention for today's practice. And to end, I'd like to do that tapping routine that Spring Forest Qigong does, which is they call harvesting Qi. I just want to say hi to the people watching. Looks like my Aunt Virginia was watching for a little bit, so that's nice. So these are just nice movements to help make you feel better. So fingers together, going up the nose or on your face or on your cheeks. Let's do that again. And one more time. All right, good. So now we want to make hollowed, empty hands, like so a little bit of a cupping motion, if you can kind of see that. And we want to cup from the top to the back. All right, we want to do that same cupping at the top of the head. They say lean a little bit forward when you do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now we want to do the back of the head. You can support your head or just do it very gently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then we want to do the C7, which is that bump of the neck in the back, gently rubbing that. All right, very nice. Now let's do tapping of the eyebrows. So where the eyebrows begin, we want 2 fingers, or you can use your thumb, whatever you prefer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then below the eye sockets, same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, now we want to do the arms. We want to cup with the left hand first. So I'm not mirroring you, so it should look different. So find your left hand. I know you can do it. And then we cup down with the palms up, flip the hands, and do the other side. We do it at least 3 times. You can do more if you want. And let's just stay with the same side. Let's cup the inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And let's do the armpit, same arm. Let's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And down the side of our torso. This is really good for the lymph system. Now let's do the other side. Starting with the palms up. And the other side. All right, let's do the inside of the elbow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And let's do the armpit now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now we go down the side of the torso. Helping the energy move our lymph system. And let's do the front of the torso. All right, then we can interlock the fingers and we can do our stomach. So when you do the stomach, you want to go to your left. You want to look the opposite So gently circling to your left. If you do it to the right, they say that's good if you have, if there's too much movement down there and you want to slow it up, back it up, you go to the right first. But generally going to the left is the direction of the digestive system. So you just want to help it to move along. All right. Let's do that one more time, a circle. Good. So the next one is rubbing the hands. We're going to rub the hands like we did earlier and cup our kidneys. So we have that cup shape. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then you can use the back of your hands to rub. Got some more people on Facebook. Hello, Nika, Adika. Good to see you. And then let's gently do cupping at the knees. So let's rub our hands again. Let's just help bring, sometimes if you're feeling aches and pains, this is really nice. I'm gonna go further back for the recording. Cup the outside of the knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then the back of the knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Go to your left leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then there's another movement we can do. They say if you're pregnant, then don't do this move, but we just want to gently go on the balls of our feet. So not the tippy toes, balls of the feet, and then lift up the heels and then just drop. So it's just a quick drop. You can do that. And let's do it one more time. Well, 2 more times because I like to do 3s. All right, good. So that is a nice harvesting chi. And yeah, I always got to throw something from Dr. Paul Lamb. Let's do his tapping routine because you might be sore. Oh yeah, this is something he does in his Tai Chi for Health. Oh yeah, I just remembered too that I've learned from Spring Forest Qigong that we can do next. It's kind of fun just to combine them all. But he likes to do opposites. Crisscross is always better because it's good for the brain, our brain. But let's do the hip joints. So this is one that's very common. I forgot about that one. Because you might be sore, especially if you did the 8-piece brocade standing. We bend our knees quite a bit, and it can be quite tough on the thighs if you haven't done that. Let's also do the tailbone. So tapping the tailbone, that's very good if you sit a lot or if you want more energy. It looks funny, but hey, we're into healing and helping your body feel better. So that is some. So let's do the 2 last moves that Dr. Paul Lamb does. That's one is called gathering chi, palms up, circling around, gathering beautiful sunlight, absorbing that sunlight, bringing it to your body for vitamin D. I'm just using some visualization if you like. Inhale, clean, fresh, beautiful oxygen. So refreshing and bringing it into your cells. Opening up, gathering beautiful moisture that's in the air. And bringing it into the joints so we can move better. And let's do it 2 more times. I like to imagine aroma, being in a rose garden or a flower garden. And that hint of joy that it brings, that smell. And last time, bringing in that intention, joy, harmony, love, happiness, bringing it into the body. All right, one last move, and it's a variation, and it's my little variation too. I call it the flying eagle. So we're gonna crisscross the hands, go on the balls of your feet. So this is a variation. And then we go on the heel and then open up the hands. So I like to imagine I'm a flying eagle when my hands are open, and then I'm on my branch of a tree, and I'm now opening up and flying in the sky. I imagine my toes wrapped around a branch. I feel my strength, and then I open up and I go for what I want. Maybe it's that fish or maybe it's that dream. Following your dream is important. Following your passion, your loves, sharing your gifts with the world. We need more of that, don't we? Bringing the positivity all around us. sharing it with others. And do it one last time, really feeling it, okay? I don't want you thinking it, I want you to feel it and trusting life, all right? So beautiful. So let's bring our hands together. I like to say thank you. The official salute in Tai, in martial arts, in Tai Chi is right hand is a fist. It represents strength. Fingers together is friendship. I think of like a high five. We used to do that a lot as a kid. Then we bend the thumb. That means humility, and I think of a bowed head. And then we put them together, that fist into the palm. We lift our hands if you're able, but if you don't, you can keep it low. You bow a little bit, and it means mutual respect. But I also like doing this too, because you guys are special to me. I appreciate you watching, and follow me on YouTube if you can, or subscribers, better. And I can keep doing this free content, and tell your friends, like it on Facebook if you're watching this, leave a comment. I love feedback and suggestions. I try not to do music because there's copyright laws, or on YouTube if I upload it, so that's why I do it without music. But if I did have a class, you could do it with music. Both ways are relaxing. Sorry I couldn't be outside today, but I appreciate you watching and coming. And we'll see you in 2 weeks. I try to do it every 2 weeks, unless there's a conflict, but I haven't had one yet, so don't jinx it. So let's go back to the card that I drew earlier this morning, that it's from the Hay House Wisdom cards. I love Louise Hay. She passed away a few years ago. I create a world where it's safe to love each other. And I feel like I do that. I hope you feel that way too, and I hope you can do that towards others. And I modified this a little bit. It says, every time I do Qigong, hers says meditate and visualize, which is kind of Qigong anyways. Okay, every time I do Qigong for healing, I'm connecting with like-minded people all over the world. So I want to leave you with those words again. And let's do the closing sound. I do love singing bowls. They're a beautiful sound. All right, let's do it. All right, be good, you guys. Take care, and much love.